In the energy quadrant, taking a look at the June natural gas contract, up over 3% today on the highs. Very strong move as the front month gets set to be June. June barely had more volume, at least the preliminary volume numbers, than May did. June is going to be the front contract going forward. And when you're looking at the high, it was up 3.02% in June, 2.860. The low side of things down almost 1.5%, 1.47%, 2.735. We finished the day well up over 2%, but well off the lows as well on the downside of that 2% figure. So a strong day in that June contract. Of course, it is Thursday, so we did have the natural gas portion of the EIA inventory reports. 38 billion cubic feet added for the weekend at April 16th. This just about matched the average increase of 37 billion cubic feet predicted by analysts at S&P Global Platts. Now, total stocks now sit at 1.883 trillion cubic feet, down 251 billion cubic feet from a year ago, but 12 billion cubic feet above the 5-year average. So we still sit in a little bit of surplus versus that 5-year average. Now, as always, natural gas, we're going to talk about the weather forecast and the demand that may or may not lead to. So overall, high demand that we've had that'll likely last Sunday through Monday is going to switch to low demand next week, and that's because of the weather coming through. A late season cold blast is hitting the eastern 2/3 of the country with rain, snow, and lows from the 20s to the 40s. The coldest area of that cold shot is the northern plains and the Midwest, a little bit with the interior Northeast. The southern U.S. is cooler than normal, but still very comfortable, not going to have much of an effect on the demand, with temperatures from the 60s to the 80s, and the West is going to stay warm with highs from the 80s to the 90s. Southwest will also hit the 90s before cooling this weekend comes with some rain. So next week, most of the country, most of the U.S. is going to be comfortable again with highs from the 60s to the 80s. So that's when demand will kind of moderate, going from high demand to basically low or moderate demand through the rest of the week.